Hi, this is Neelam from Bliss Belly Kitchen, and I am just going to be sharing with you some thoughts and some visions I have for the future of Bliss Belly Kitchen. So first, basically my expertise and the purpose of Bliss Belly Kitchen is to offer people an education on how to cook and eat in an Ayurvedic manner, or in a high prana manner. Prana means vital life force energy, and so how do you cook in a way that you can raise your prana and raise the prana of the people around you? First off, you would want to do some pranayama, or some breathing and some meditation, before you go into the kitchen. Pranayama is just in general a really good way to integrate an uplifting activity into your daily life. And pranayama is just a very simple breathing, or you can do some yoga and some meditation. And so I like to do a little bit of pranayama every day before I start my day. And typically in my cooking classes, before we start cooking, we do a little breathing break, because breath and prana are just like food. We need to consume them on a regular basis in order to uplift our energy. Just right now, take a deep breath. See how that feels? It's kind of relaxing, right? So basically, Bliss Belly Kitchen is all about, the title says it all. A happy mind starts with a healthy belly. So we want our bellies to be healthy. And how do we do that? By eating high prana food, and by making ourselves high prana before we go into the kitchen. So when you cook, have you ever noticed that there's a transfer of energy that happens when you're eating when you're cooking? Have you ever tried cooking when you're angry? It probably doesn't come out very well. So in this case, what we're doing is we're just kind of clearing ourselves, and then we're going to go into the kitchen. So that's one thing, and that's how I teach my classes and how I cook. So I would, in terms of the contributions I would like to make to society and to the space of cooking, I would love to have a cooking show. And these are just some ideas that I'm putting out there. You can like them or comment if you agree or would like to see something like this. Basically, I would love to have an Ayurvedic cooking show that's accessible to kids and to adults. And I would also like to, so in every recipe we feature, we would basically feature American classics and ethnic foods, using farm fresh produce and making them primarily focus on vegetables and fruits and just local farm to table cooking from an Ayurvedic perspective. So there's a lot of different information I can share with you about Ayurveda and the ways that we cook, and every food has a prana index. So it's basically every food has a level of prana. So we want to cook with foods that have higher prana so we can raise our own prana. So the cooking show is one idea. Another idea is a mobile teaching school bus. And I would bring this school bus to different schools, and inside would be a teaching kitchen, or a kitchen in which kids could make lunch or make a meal and then feed their classmates. So that would be a mobile teaching kitchen, and we would go to different schools and then teach them, give them a lesson on farm to table produce and cooking with our hands, eating food that we've made with our hands instead of eating food that comes out of plastic or a package. So that's another idea. And another idea is a meal delivery service, and that would be like a yogic meal delivery service, or Bliss Belly Kitchen meal kits, in which we would furnish you with an Ayurvedic meal according to your body constitution, according to your particular personal needs. That's the beauty of Ayurveda, is everyone is different, and they give you a diagnosis, they take your pulse, and then they tell you what kinds of food you should eat, whether it should be no spice, less spice, or more spice, whether it should be raw foods or hot foods, unctuous foods, or salads. And a lot of people who have a hard time falling asleep, this is a very typical problem in the US. Their vata, or their air element, is aggravated, so they should stay away from salads, and most people live on salads in the US. So if you're having restless thoughts and anxiety, probably best to have more soups and hot teas, because that will calm down your vata, and also have some ghee. So that's just a simple little tip from Ayurveda, and that would come out in the the meal delivery kit, and you would get little tips, and you could take a quiz, and every day you'd get a pranayam and a meditation and an Ayurvedic meal. And then another idea that we have is to create sort of like a yogi meal cafeteria, where people who are just interested in coming together to meditate and to eat good food could just come and have a low-cost meal. And I've noticed, being single, cooking for myself is a lot of effort, and it would be so much easier if it was combined with neighboring community. And so that's one thing I would really love to do, is to have some sort of a yogi cafeteria where people could come and have some community, single people, families, couples, all kinds of people could just come and get low-cost, high prana food and have some community at the same time. So those are the ideas and vision for Bliss Belly Kitchen. Namaste.